obviously a tough road trip, but still very much in control of what you want to do and get accomplished as far as postseason projections goes.
You know, look, we're turning the page. We're going to learn from the LA road trip, just like we learned from the Oregon road trip. And we don't have time to sulk, feel sorry for ourselves, or worry about. We learned. We watched a lot of film. You know, I'm watching film with guys today, and we had a good practice today, good energy level today, and the whole message to this team is to control the things we can control. That's what we have to do, and we can't control or try to control the things that aren't. And really, when it comes down to it, it's things like attitude, it's things like effort, it's energy level, confidence, playing with defensive principles. It's not about making shots or making free throws. It's about doing the things we have control over, which is execution on offense, shot selection on offense, energy, effort, attitude, splitting the floor, all the little things.
It's just coming down to every game is a one-game.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, there's no more important game than the one that's at hand. And you know, we put ourselves in a good position, but we're also in a position where we need some quality wins down the stretch. And Wednesday nights, I mean, you can't ask for a more quality win in Arizona. And but it's not going to be easy. Arizona's playing at a high level. We've got good players, a good coach. They're one of the most consistent team in the league. They're the most efficient offensive team. They shoot the highest percentage on offense. They're second field goal percentage defense. Pretty good.
Difficult at all this time of year to not look at those RPIs.
I look at the RPI. I don't look at brackets all. I can control that. You can control your RPI by winning the next game. You know, that's really all you have. I mean, you got to win the next game, or you can control it by losing the next game.
What do you feel like with minimum 4 games, hopefully more in the Pac-12 tournament ahead? What do you feel like this team has to do to kind of cement your postseason credentials?
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong dude. Should go to the selection committee. I don't know. I would if I could.
After you guys kind of had more turnovers on Wednesday, were you happy with how the team took care of the ball?
11 turnovers is a manageable number. I think it's the type of turnovers, you know, the ones that are just the silly turnovers. We still had a lot of those. And we actually had 13 turnovers because and they don't get counted as a turnover. But when we dribble the ball, you know, and fumble it, and it becomes a jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to somebody else. It's technically a jump ball. It's not really a turnover. We lose the possession arrow, we lose the ball. So some of the turnovers are just the type of turnovers we're trying to eliminate, which is the silly ones. Again, we're not going to get it to zero. We expect to get it to zero, but it's the silly ones that we can control.
Looking back at these last 4 games, I see 20 minutes against Washington. We played really well in the first half. 30 against USC. We played. Are those stretches that this team can put together for 40 minutes?
I hope so. That's the challenge. I mean, Neil, the whole key with this team has been consistency. I mean, there were stretches in the UCLA game where we played really well, offensively and defensively. They just weren't long enough, and it wasn't a complete enough game. So there's no question this team, you know, we've proven that we can do it. We just haven't proven we can do it consistently, over the course of certainly an 18-game conference schedule. I thought in non-conference we were pretty consistent. But the level of play has gone up, and the level of competition has gone up, and our inconsistencies and our weaknesses have really been exposed. And that's what we have to correct. We'll see. I sure hope so. Again, that's yet to be seen. I mean, I thought for the most part, Oregon at home, 40-minute game, I thought Cal at home, I thought we played pretty well. So we've done it before, certainly preseason at times. I mean, there wasn't a lot of them though in the preseason. I mean, if you go back to the Auburn game, we talked about that even at that time. So it's the mental toughness, the mental capacity for our guys to concentrate for 40 minutes that it's been a challenge.
Coach, Josh Scott's final homestand here. Is there some more emotions into this homestand? I don't know for you or for Josh.
You know, I try not to think about it quite. I mean, obviously, I want it to be a great homestand for him and for Brett Brady and Eli Stalzer and Xavier Tull. So all 4 of our seniors, you know, we want to send them out on a great note and to win 2 games the last week. When you have the opportunity to do that, it would be awesome. But you know, you can't win both of them unless you win the first one. So I don't know. I'm trying not to think about Josh Scott's departure, quite frankly. I'm in a little bit of a denial, so I really don't want to even think about it.
Looking at Arizona, you know, about a month ago, they lost to Oregon. Coach Miller kind of ripped into his team. They haven't lost since. Have you noticed anything that they've adjusted, done differently?
Yeah, they're playing with great passion. They're playing with great competitiveness. They're playing with great energy and effort. All the things I've been talking about on our team that we're looking for. You know, and we've had it in stretches of games. We've had pockets of games, but we haven't had it consistently. They've had it consistently. And obviously having Alonzo True back helps them a great deal. Having Tarzewski back helps them a great deal. You know, they went a big chunk of their season without Caleb in the middle, and they went a chunk without Trier on the perimeter. Those 2 pretty good players. So I think Gabe York is a guy that nobody really talks about throughout this league, that is having a heck of a senior year, playing like a senior, playing with a sense of urgency. He's a big shot taker and a big shot maker. He can play. He's having a great senior year. So then Caleb's playing, you know, he's a lot like Josh. He's a 4-year starter. He's been there and he knows his time is running short. They're going to come in here, you know, they're fighting for a league title. They've got a lot to play for. We're fighting. We've got a lot to play for. So, big game.
Thanks, Coach.